Chapter 1. Hope's Point of View. You will not eat until I say so. Understand? My stepmother, Nerissa, said, looking at me in disdain and hatred. I just finished cooking their dinner, after all day of non-stop cleaning the pack house, our house, and obeying everything they order. It's no different from what I do every day. I'm basically like a slave and not a pack member from a well-known family, after my father passed away when I was only 7. Answer me! Despite her shout, I didn't flinch even a bit, not only because I'm used to it, but also I feel that I am much stronger than her or anybody in this pack. But I pretend to be weak and helpless to stay out of any unwanted attention and also an advantage to them. Okay, is all I said. I've been a member of this pack since the day I was born, but they treat me like a total stranger. It's even worse than how they treat wild animals. I really want to leave this pack. All I'm waiting for is to see and find out who my mate is. After that, we can leave and build a happy family away from this place. Sometimes I wonder if my father was still alive, would they be treating me better than they are now? I'm sure if he was still here, I wouldn't look like this. You know, I look like a beggar, all day non-stop following their orders that I can't even take care of myself, like how they do to themselves or dress properly. All I have are tightened old pants and 2 faded V-neck t-shirts, and aside from that, nothing. Get out of my way, you filthy girl! She pushed me hard, causing me to lose my balance. I felt my butt hit the floor because of the pain in that lower part of my body. I caressed my thigh and then looked at Nerissa, who was now walking away. I clenched my fist and stood up, and then I heard my stomach rumble because of hunger. I bit my lower lip, then looked around the living room. I can smell the food that I had prepared in the kitchen and be eaten by them. They aren't even ashamed. I cooked it, and I am the one who doesn't get to eat. Only 2 years after my father died, Nerissa remarried. Lewis, who is also no better than her. He is a very lazy and greedy man, not only because he likes to say bad things about my father, but also because he is a very selfish and perverted asshole. Fortunately, I often clean the pack house more than here, otherwise Nerissa might have accused me of seducing her fake mate while we were in this house. I quietly left the house and went to Asher's, my stepbrother who had never inherited any traits from Nerissa, because unlike other werewolves here in the pack, Asher is the only one that treats me like a real being, and also his mate Amelia, and my beautiful niece Goldie, who is only 2 years old. When I reached their house that's 5 blocks away from the hellhole where I lived, I immediately knocked on the door. I am a pack member of the Lunar Moon Pack, the 3rd largest and 4th most powerful pack in the world. Not bad, huh? But if you ask me, I prefer the old one. When Alpha Blake was still our alpha here, our lives were much better and prosperous, especially mine. They did not abandon me, even after my father died. The Blakes took care of me. But when they left, my life changed, and it's not for the better, I'm telling you. Hope, it's you. Come in, Amelia said with a wide smile while carrying Goldie, who's sleeping in her arms. I smiled and thanked her, then went inside. Every time I'm here, this house never fails to amaze me at the beauty of the interior designs. My house is also nice, but there's certain werewolves that make it so ugly. The vibes change every time Nerissa and her fake mate are at my father's house. Are you hungry? I left some food for you just in case, you know. I laughed at what she said. Leah knows how Nerissa and the other pack members treat me. But that didn't stop her from being kind and sweet to me. She was fun to be with and very outgoing. She makes us happy, especially Asher, her mate. Yes, thank you. The last time I ate was earlier this morning, and that was also the food you gave me when I was cleaning the pack house. When we entered the kitchen, we saw Asher sitting on the stool while eating chocolate cupcakes again. Leah growled, which startled him, causing his eyes to widen in panic. But before he could hide the cupcakes, he saw Leah staring at him in anger. Asher immediately put down the cupcake and walked over to Leah with nervousness in his eyes. "Didn't I tell you not to eat those cupcakes because Hope hasn't gotten some yet? And look at what you did. You've eaten up the whole tray of cupcakes I made. It's for Hope." "Babe, calm down. Baby might wake up." Amelia ignored what he said. She then turned to me and without a word, she gave baby Goldie, who was sound asleep and unaware of what was happening. I immediately wrapped my arms around Goldie despite the shock I felt. "Calm down? How can I calm down? You never learn." Amelia slapped Ash's arm and chest, who looked scared and pale. I laughed at this couple. I admire them not only because they are very faithful with each other, but also because after all they went through, they still managed to build a happy family. Well, sort of. "Ow, babe, stop! I'm really hurting." Amelia stopped at what Asher had said and anxiously examined her mate's body. I looked at Asher's face and I almost burst out laughing when I saw him smiling and obviously suppressing his laughter as well. "Where does it hurt?" Amelia said worriedly. "Here, it looks swollen. You're so violent," Asher said while pointing to his lips. When Amelia realized what Asher was doing, she angrily slapped his chest. "I don't know what I'm going to do with you. You'll sleep on the couch tonight." Then she turned around and guided me to the dining area. "You can live with us, Hope. Asher and I won't mind. Why do you put up with living in that house anyway?" Amelia asked. I just finished eating. The two of us are here now in the living room. Baby Goldie was sleeping in the bedroom with Asher, who had washed the dishes earlier. "I told you, I'm fine there, and I also don't want to leave. You know that house is the only thing my father has left me. I can manage, Leah. Knowing that you and your family are here for me is enough." She sighs. "Okay, fine. But tell us if you need anything. You know that we won't let you down, right? We are family, Hope." I smiled and nodded. Somehow I am happy that I was not alone. I've lost everything, including my father, so it's very nice to know that I still have a family left. I'm not related to them, but they are all I have, and they treat me like I'm one of them. "Anyway, let's talk about other things," she suggested, causing me to raise an eyebrow. "And what is that?" "Your mate. Is there any news? Can you feel him already?" I felt my heart stop for a second. "Huh? My mate?" She nodded while smiling, which adds to her beauty. Leah has long and wavy, dirty blonde hair, bright blue eyes, rosy red lips, soft and pale skin, and about 5.5 inches tall. There is no denying her beauty. "No, I haven't seen or felt him yet. I really don't think that I will ever have a mate." "What the heck? Moon Goddess has given us all a destined mate. Just be patient." "But I'm already 26, I said sadly. "So what? I was 24 when Asher and I met. Hope, don't think negatively. Maybe you just don't notice it. But what if he's just in front of you?" I just nodded and didn't speak. "Anyway, did you hear the news? Alpha David's son is coming." My eyes widened and I felt something ticklish in my stomach. "Max?" She nodded. "All I know is he's 10 years in training at an academy in the south. Is he really coming?" "Yes, he will take over this pack because Alpha David is retiring soon," she replied. I was about to speak when I smelled something very fragrant, pine mixed with dry rain. "Mate." My eyes widened. "Mate? My mate?" I looked around but saw nothing. "Hope, are you okay?" I heard Leah ask. I nodded and looked at her with a raging heartbeat. Leah, I'm leaving. I forgot I still have work to do." I did not wait for her reply and hurried away. When I left the house, I immediately followed the smell. "Is that really our mate?" I asked Eve. my wolf who has been quiet lately. Yes, that's our mate, mate, mate. I stopped running and looked around. Where is that? Then I stopped when I heard giggles next to me. I turned there, and just like that I felt a stabbing pain in my heart as Eve howls in pain when we saw our mate kissing another woman, and the most surprising thing was that my mate was Max Hayden, the future alpha of the Lunar Moon Pack.